Oh no! Akashic Chocobos! Game, why are you making me do this? Fuck! I got scared for a second. It black screened so abruptly there. I was like, holy shit. Did my punch just cut through the fabric of time and space? Nice. That was funny. Where are we headed to now? The hideaway, yes. We must debrief. We must debrief and decompress. Oh hey, I got a little owl there. The ones with the glowing blue eyes that send messages. Never knew I had one of those here. That's so cool.
How is your brother?
Asleep since I returned from the Dominion.
Oh true, Joshua's here with us now too.
Taya says he should be back on his feet soon enough. For a while, at least. She discovered something on his chest. A swelling, circled in stone.
The curse. For every mountain we climb, another rises up to greet us, doesn't it?
It's never ending. Even the sky seems to have grown tired of it all.
Yeah, the world's getting gloomier. Things are falling apart. Alright, let's go though. I didn't even think about this, right? We got Bahamut's powers now. The power of light. Clive has claimed a portion of the Eikon Bahamut's essence. You know what's crazy? I never actually thought about what elements Bahamut is meant to represent. Yeah, I suppose it's light. This is kind of a first for me. Attuning with Bahamut not only changes... I had no idea you could get Bahamut. Me neither, yeah, but I strongly suspected we'd be able to, right? Because that's what's kind of been the trend throughout this game, is you beat one icon and then you get their abilities. But I wasn't even processing that while fighting him, just because of, well, obviously the fight itself was so crazy. I couldn't think about anything else. But here we go. We actually get Bahamut's powers. It's so sick. Can't wait to see what we can do. If you can get Odin too, that'll be unreal. Dude, I have my fingers crossed right now. I have them crossed so tight. Because Odin, like I always say, is my favorite summon. So that'll be amazing. And yeah, the music's kind of changed here too. Interesting. So what does it say? All right. Attuning with Bahamut not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several... Okay, yep. So we got Impulse, which creates multiple spheres of light that pursues a target, dealing it continuous damage. Ability details are found in the Abilities tab in the main menu. Bahamut's feet. Oh, no way. We get his wings. What the heck? Oh, that's nuts. So our circle attack is to cast Mega Flare. And we can keep charging it up for Giga and then Zeta, hopefully? I don't know. I saw it continue going past Mega Flare there a little bit. So let's read it. So we can cast Mega Flare, an immensely powerful spell that showers enemies with a deluge of searing light. The longer the spell is charged, the more powerful the results. Press circle to cast a spell when ready. Taking damage while casting will cancel the spell. Oh my god.
Disturb Joshua. While he rests, we might as well see what Otto has to say.
Holy shit. This game is unreal. The world is so trippy now, and I love how the music is changing as well. I think we're like approaching the end game, guys. Slowly but surely. I think we're almost there. Getting a lot of end gamey vibes here. Yeah, let's talk to Otto here.
Should call back the scouts. Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
All right.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
Yep.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
I really do. It's not my fault any of that happened.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though
Don't guilt trip me, Vivian.
Something will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Alright, let's get factual. Another map reading sesh. This one should be interesting. World is going to shit.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces, now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves.
Jeez.
And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off storm. The world, in short, is in chaos.
The end times are upon
It
us.
would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
Jeez. The zombie apocalypse, everyone's turning Akashic.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
Yep. We're still here, baby. Gonna go to town. Oh, these Walooders. These lewd Walooders. Alright, let's go to Senor Harpo here.
dawn coming soon?
Let me guess. You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day, did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Oh.
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Akashic out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
Yeah, the world is going to shit.
It fucking pours.
Yeah.
The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference.
Zombies and bandits everywhere.
There's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
Alright, Clive and Jill. Time to go up that hill. Gotta take Bahamut out for a spin. That's the biggest thing we can do right now. Satellite, what's that? New ability we can learn, but what are the first 2? Summon multiple spheres of light that, upon striking an enemy, deal a continuous damage, binding it to the spot. Breathe forth a plume of light aspected flame. Oh my god, that deals continuous damage? Holy shit, we have a flamethrower? That's crazy. Wings of light. Begin casting Mega Flare, right? That's that one. What's the ultimate? Giga Flare, of course. Holy shit. Yet another beam. Alright. Come to me, Bahamut. Here we go. Flare breath. Let's go. Holy shit. You keep going forever and ever. And you have, like, so much poise, too. You do take damage, unfortunately. Okay, kind of nuts. Impulse. What's that do? Okay, sends forth those orbs, right? Let's see Mega Flare. Alright, might want to keep our distance here, Clive. Let's charge it up. Level 1, alright. We're still charging. Jeez. Still charging, still charging. Mega Flare 2. Nice, we can charge it up to a max of 2. Level 2 Mega Flare. Holy. That's kind of nuts. Last Crusade. Does it sound fun? Well, this is fun. This is my flamethrower. A semi-primed. Keep him at bay. Alright, let's get in there. Whee! Fly around in flames. Oh yeah. Punch him in the face. Again with flames. Burn him down. Okay, I'm gonna need to do a bit of that. Bit of this. Bit of that. Bit of this. Okay, lovely. Oh my god, they all charged us at once. I'll punch you once. Once and for all. That's still down. Dang it. He's staggered. Should've kept attacking him. Hey, careful now, let's not die here. Cool, cool, cool. Like impulse, got a lot of reach. Range attack. Oh god, I thought I could stagger him or halfway stagger him before he hit me there. Yikes. Okay. Okay, let's charge this up. Get you charging. Come on, level 1. Let's go. Get it as high as we can. Let's go. Alright. Unleashing this shit. Yikes. No thanks. Not dying today. Sorry, buddies. In there with that. In there with this. In there with this. In there with that too. Just ignite his ass. Okay. Hiya. A bit of this. Oh yeah, I got him. Got him too. Ooh, big parry. Wrecked. Notorious Mark slain. Okay, so Bahamut's not too bad, right? But he's not like insanely mind-blowingly good. At least in my opinion so far. I'm sure he suits like a certain playstyle. Like these are all very, very good abilities in general.
No more war.
But I much prefer having Garuda on instead. The charge up on Mega Flare is a bit longer than I thought it would be. It's a little long, but it's tolerable. The main thing for me is, well, then again, we were fighting some really tough enemies. We were fighting the Marks. So I'll have to see what his abilities are like against regular foes, but so far they seem to be a little bit underwhelming. But yeah, we'll give this another couple spins. I forget what this does. Satellite. Summon multiple light aspected familiars that attack any enemy on which Clive uses magic. Interesting. So as long as we cast on an enemy, this little floating guy is going to deal its damage too. But alright. Like I said, we'll give him another couple spins. Unlock this and see what this ability is like. Goblin Mugger. Alright. Alright, so now we have to keep dealing... Oh, that's actually kind of sick. So as long as we're dealing magic to the enemy, this thing is still going to keep going. Does mission count? Like, are abilities in general considered magic, or is that only when you're like hitting triangle? Let's see. Yeah, it's only when you're casting. It's basically like a dual cast. Alright, you cast and that thing casts. Kinda neat. Alright, we beat the marks already, so let's just fast travel.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Open this up.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Akashic. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit.
Visit in
There were
quotations.
hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough.
Very
The
spooky.
rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Being on our way is what we do best.
They were too
To help the
Do you
folks
think
who
they're
are
as many as Martha
oppressed.
says?
More.
Alright, here we go. To the Fallen Gate. I like how the music that's playing, the notes, are the same as the notes that play when you go into the Ancient Chamber. Right, where you meet Ultima for the first time. Combat music at that place is the same as the notes that are playing in the zone here. It's like the
Clive,
theme of the
wounded.
Ancients, I suppose. Oh god, those look like very scary Akashic
Deal with the
enemies.
Akashic first.
Akashic puppers, oh shit. Alright. Got blue frosty puppers. Well, I got a blue frosty pupper. Double your size. But double your might. So you still don't got shit. Gatorade colored dogs. Ow, I'm sorry I called you that. Whee! Let's pack it away. Fantastic. Awesome sauce. What's up, guys? How goes it on this sunny afternoon? Come on. There we go. Whee! Take you for a ride. Lots of creepy crawlies out here, huh? Well, not for long. Nice, Sue. I was thinking of something, by the way, in the middle of this battle. And it's the fact that if I don't want to use Bahamut's tree, but I do want to use his satellite ability, which is really cool. I don't have to equip his tree. I could
These men
continue to
have
upgrade it and then master it.
swords.
And then equip it on top of one of the abilities I may not want to use on the trees that I do have equipped. So we'll see. I'm brainstorming right now if there are any
If
I
you've
want
come
to swap
to rob
out.
this place,
Definitely not wind up, whatever we
You are
do.
mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
Wonderful. Yeah, it must be terrifying living in this world right now. Got zombie troops, zombie dogs, zombie chocobo, zombie everything. Oh god.
And to think you took them for thieves.
Hey Eric, what's up,
Fine
man?
reward for
Thank you for
holding off
dropping
the
in.
horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Indeed, we got the
Not long
content.
after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashics snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
Indeed, we shall be. Let's go activate this combat mode. Kill more zombies. The world is all dark and wrong. Night is long and dark and full of terrors and zombies. Sir Wade, what's up?
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Poor
So
Oscar.
Wade,
Lord Rossfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Who goes there? Oh my god, a zombie turtle! Oh no.
Damn it! We need to get the engine to
Jesus.
safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try.
Fought one of them as a mark. I gotta fight them as a regular enemy.
Always.
Or quite irregular, rather. Nice, we got Sir Wade with us again. Let's dance. Oh yeah! Lift the earth beneath me. Don't shoot the noggin. Oh, damn it. Okie dokes. Fantastic. Let's ignite this guy. With head massage. Reset ignition. And hit him with the aerial blast. Oh my god, that was the upgraded version. I was like, why is it going longer? And I just remember we upgraded it. Fantastic. Coolio. Limit break. It's time to semi-prime, baby. No, I frickin' didn't hold it again. Okie dokes. Fantastic. And pull down again. Oh, nice. Sorgel's limit breaking. He is semi-priming here. And I am all for it. Shit, dude.
There's a good boy.
Shit. My god, we got fucking zombified scorpions out here too. No end to this. Truly. Curse you, fiend. Wreck you once and for all. Good shit. There we go. Turtle would not let up. Alright. Got my goodies. And I'm covered in zombie juice. Zombie turtle juice. Just the way life is meant to be lived.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
That was like 18k damage in 2 seconds? Yeah, we've gotten strong.
Too thick to be a hearth.
Our powers have quadrupled
Feel
since the
finishing
last
job.
time you tuned in.
Always.
Jill and I will make for East Pool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Thank you, good sir. We'll need it. Gotta go to Rhiannon's ride. Yeah, so this is a lengthy series of quests where you gotta stop all the zombies that have plagued the world. And it's interesting, there are actually quite a few things you have to do underneath each of these different areas. So for Martha's Rest, there are multiple steps, and then I take it for Northreach, there will be as well, and then Dolly Meal. When was the last time a little zombie scared you? A little zombie goblin. Can't we just trample these losers?
Martha and the others won't be ready.
Fight on Chocobo back? Yeah! Alright, I grow tired of your games. No more fun and games for you. Plenty of fun and games for me. Never mind, I lied. I got like no one with that. Now I will. I hope. Wreck-a-did. Oh no! Akashic Chocobos! Game, why are you making me do this? Fuck! Zombies or no, I'm not fighting Chocobos. But I will with the Flames of Rebirth. So that they may be reborn. Happily. After this horrid beatdown. I got scared for a second. It black screened so abruptly there. I was like, holy shit. Did my punch just cut through the fabric of time and space?
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss
And
anything?
black screen my monitor?
Only the first round, so wait.
God damn. Alright. Let them come. The more the merrier. Oh yeah. No speedier now with that. Oh no. Oh my god. Lost a lot of HP from that. Time to get it back. Time to pull him down. Time to punch him down. Oh yeah. Okay, some of that, some of this, some of you. Where are you at? Show me, thy ugly mug. Get down here. Beautiful. Down again. Spam him. Wreck him. Nice. Holy shit, man. Fully upgraded Phoenix Rise, or whatever it's called. Phoenix Reborn is fucking crazy. Flames of Rebirth. Flames of FF7 Rebirth.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Okay, peaceful music again,
Wherever
thankfully.
they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Quest complete. Alrighty. Got that taken care of. Ooh, the Guardian Scarf. Oh, it's just like a curiosity item, alright. Just something to look at and admire in our bed chambers.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet.
Who might that be?
Oscar, over here.
What's up, Oscar Isaac?
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Oh. That's cool.
Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him.
It's Rodney's nephew.
Yes. So wait.
So has a good bit of family who lives.
If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
Gladly.
I'm sorry to disappoint you,
What?
Oscar.
Come on,
But I'm
Clive.
a shield no longer. Nor was I ever.
We were just
the
a shield like 10 seconds ago when you were defending Joshua again from Bahamut. You said it yourself.
Aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You
Wise
have
words.
accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are. I mean to say that they're.
Oh god.
It's all right. We know what you mean.
I feel this guy is
There's
pain on
only
a
so
spiritual
much
level
more we
trying to
can
form
learn from me, my
coherent
lord.
sentences.
But a squire.
I resonate with that strongly. That's basically
Really
me.
so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Yeah, so you all have to start as squires in Final Fantasy. You all have to start somewhere.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Even the great Ramza was a squire once before he became a mighty mathematician to take down Ultima at the end of Tactics. Wait, what? I just realized, was the final boss on the airship of Tactics called Ultima 2? No way. So that's why... I mean, Ultima is a word commonly used in all the Final Fantasy games. Mainly for weapons and stuff, like superpowered weapons. And in this game, it's the ultimate villain, but... Was Tactics? Was the main villain of that also named Ultima? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think so. Oh, Jesus. This place has seen better days. That is for dang sure. People got chomped on here. This guy's still alive, at least.
Cid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
The hell?
As if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Cid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Okie dokie. Let's go talk to them across said courtyard.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Another dilemma here too in Dalimil.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you.
Who goes there?
Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor.
Oh, true. I remember who this is.
Here?
Yeah, he's in an odd place.
Cid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalimil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Okay. Let's go speak to Lubor here. Report back.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Cid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves, and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And
third option?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
True.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Okay then. Let us continue ways. Down the rabbit hole, down the rabbit hole.
Picture it, Conrad.
What do you got there, Victor?
Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
It worked.
Then
The
let us
strategy
band
worked.
together and show these
And now we
brutes
must
that
go to
Dalamil is
Natalie.
not to be trifled with.
Or recruit Natalie. Rather. Where's she being? Where's she do? Down there. Hey, at least the water's still blue and pretty and nice. Although the sky ain't. That's what ultimately matters.
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Yeah, Lubor.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike. She saw
Workmanlike.
right through it. I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
Yeah, that's enough of this song and dance. Let's go back.
Convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely
Report to
necessary.
HQ.
I don't know.
AKA this rundown store.
Mummy, I'm scared.
My shop.
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts.
Uh-oh.
It appears they march for Dalamil as we speak. All of them.
Okay,
You're
let
not
them come.
serious.
Let's dance.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
Sure they do. They want it all.
I have a favor to ask.
And they'll catch it all the flames.
The bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalamil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
Alright, so battle. Enough chit-chat. Where are these bandits at? To the north gate. Come, Ambrosia. Fly like the wind. Or not. What the hell is it getting on Ambrosia and getting off of her 2 seconds later lately? Just for that, you guys are gonna die for making me do that. I hate you guys. Looking forward to some quality time with my lovely chocobo. Riding through this large expanse of beautiful desert sands. Okay, maybe not so beautiful anymore now that the horrible spell has been cast that is making the skies purple. Regardless, it's gonna be quality time anyway with my chocobobo. And you ruined it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you think you can block with your dinky axe as my eternal flames? Okay, forgot about these guys. Jeez. Forget about this. Let's go. Cracked that dude open. Really, this guy too? Okay, where's the caster at? Guys, I gotta get out of my video game. Get out of here and go get lives. Nice. That was funny. Torgal sent him up while I was in the middle of the finisher. Get out of here, man. Let's go. Let's get windy. Gust of wind dance. Who the heck was that guy? And we got a heavy in here now. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm gonna use a limit break here for some HP. We got sweet HP sauce here. Okay. Things are still damaging me, clearly. No, oh god. He's still staggered. Gotta damage him. deal.
Over here! Sick!
Smoke screen.
Get him!
I don't like smoke screens. I don't like you. I do like this though.
Over here!
Alright. You look like you like to dance. So let's dance. Punch it did. Scratch it did. Stagger did. And dead it did. Cool. That was easy.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
Place your bets.
That we should hurry.
We should hurry, she says, as they walk at a brisk pace. Well, I hear some peaceful village music playing again. So I take it the townspeople were victorious. Awkward.
I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalamil.
We
Nice.
all saved Dalamil.
No man nor woman left behind. No casualties. GG's.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Kiss, kiss, kiss. What do you mean kiss, kiss, kiss? They're in an in-engine cutscene right now. You want to see in-engine game models kiss each other? That's gonna look cursed. Slow down there, partner.
So...
You gotta anticipate a lovely pre-rendered cinematic for that moment. And now, last but not least, we go to Northreach. Wait, for this dilemma, but hold on. Before we do that, a quick intermission. I want to upgrade Bahamut's satellite. Oh, I have 2,500. Oh my god, I have so many points right now. Fantastic. So we're gonna upgrade this. We're gonna master it. So here's my plan, right? Also, what happens when you upgrade? Increases the number of satellites. That's cool. And they'll deliver a follow-up attack when Clive uses the following: magic, charged magic, magic burst, precision shot. Okay, so it's only the triangle attacks. Even if Clive's recovering and cannot cast a spell, pressing triangle will command these satellites to attack. Okay, neat. So even if you're not casting yourself and you hit triangle, you're basically commanding it. So yeah, here's what's gonna happen. So we mastered that. And I'm actually gonna swap out Gouge for Satellite. There you go. Since it's mastered, we don't need the full Bahamut tree to be able to use it. And this way, I get to keep Deadly Embrace, while also using Satellite. And my Windy ult. Life's good. Let us commence forth to Northreach. Whee! Skipping around, heading downtown.
My lord, milady.
What's
I
up?
received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Look for her we shall. Don't you worry, madam. Go to the garrison and get to the bottom of this. Oh god. Lots of things happening here.
That thing.
Lots of thingy-mabobbers.
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days. What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
Very true.
What we have left is our lives. Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
The drink and a Snickers. That dude needs a Snickers. All up and about.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
We shall. Alright, survivors. Rally together. Jill and the Dame meeting is something I didn't know I needed until we got it. That is true. I just realized. Yeah, this is Jill's first time meeting the Dame.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right.
But a hem was pointed.
Glowing
Really?
things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
Okay. Wounded number 1 has been spoken to. Oh no, is there a dog there too? Oh, that was... For a second, I thought that was a dog. I was turning the camera a little too quick. It's a child. Still very bad, though. Still no good, very bad. RPG number 2.
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then...
Yeah, I didn't pick up on that. That's a good eye.
Just gone.
Yeah, Jill is getting jelly.
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
Alright. Take you bozos down. Took me a minute to find you guys. And for that, you shall pay the light price. I'll light you up my satellites. It's awesome. You can like... Oh. Yeah, you don't even have to ask, Jill. Just do it. Okay, or not. Don't do it. Got so excited when she asked that question. Like, you don't even need to ask. Just do it. Do like the coolest looking shit in the game. Can never get enough of it. Alright, they're all Spectre. Okie dokes. My satellite's down. That guy's gonna go down too very shortly, I hope. Once I do this. Then he definitely will. Nice. Alright. More assholes. The more the merrier. The more the windier. Or the rockier, rather. Let's do this. Push him in the face. Oh no, I was too far, son of a bitch. Alright. Actually gonna use my limit here, just get some HP back. Huge. Oh, I think I parried that. Let's go. And I pulled him. I'll use a bit of this. Don't mind if I do. My friend. Nice. Going above and beyond. Smelt all of that. Right in there. No end to my fury. Shan't be none of it. Huge. Second boy. Bite him. Bitey, bite, bite. Nice. Whoa, not good. Let's keep using this on him. Do so much damage to their ranged attacks now.
Over here.
Dude, magic bursts absolutely slap now. With the added projectiles shot out by the satellites, so good.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the one standing before me.
Okay.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Dude shot a shot.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Alright, lovely. Kiss, question mark?
Wanda, I'm not foolish enough
Maybe
to
off
believe
screen.
that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one. And that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
You are very welcome. Fantastic. Let's keep on keeping on. I think that's the last of the folks to help.
Control. For now, at least.
Let's go.
Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Alright, finally. I've been looking forward to this. Catching up with Joshua back at the hideaway, potentially. Still haven't seen him there. Surely he'd be up and about by now. What's up, Otto Octavius?
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So,
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Taya says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
Fantastic. Alright. It's gonna be good. I'll explain everything in a sec. Yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff that happened. The bottom line is, Joshua and Clive reunited in the most epic way possible.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since.
Damn.
Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an Eikon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special.
Yep, that's what I was
Your
saying.
abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there.
That's why Ultima wants us.
The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Damn. Jesus.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
God damn. All right.
Well, what's the short of it?
Thought Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The City Guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map.
Another map
Look
sesh.
here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Hey!
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
Joshua's getting back in the
You
action.
don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, brother.
Man, after that Bahamut fight, where Clive and Joshua fused and all that crazy shit happened, that battle, there's no way I'm turning him down. Right? There is no way I am saying no to my best bro. Let's fucking go, man.